Just wish, with the strength of 1,000 burning suns, that these trends would just die and not roll over in 2019. Hello beautiful people, hi, my name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we are quite critical of it. And today it's going to be a quite critical video because I want to talk about trends that I want to see die a painful, agonizing death just at the cusp between the old and new year, so we can start 2019 fresh and renewed. Now I only will talk about makeup trends, so what we put on our faces. I won't talk about the general shenanigans that I feel we should put behind as a community on YouTube, because dear God, 2018 was truly the cursed year for the YouTube makeup community, or at least, well, the big highway of beauty gurus, because you know, in my tiny neck of the woods, in my lane, it's been quite peaceful and drama free. But you know how it is, I love drama as long as I am not personally in it and I just get to eat popcorn from the sidelines, you know. But truly, the community itself has just been on fire, with the rest of us just warming up marshmallows and just poking at whatever's going on there. That's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is trends that I feel should better be left in 2018. Now, this is just my personal opinion. Me attacking a trend that you like does not mean that I am attacking you. You are not your own preferences. You are not the makeup you put on your face. You are an absolutely wonderful or shit human being, depending case by case on your personality and not what type of makeup you like to wear. Make that very clear. I might mention things that you like doing. I might mention things that you actually think make you look better. In which case, you know, feel free to tell me to fuck myself. My opinion shouldn't matter in how you live your life unless you want to listen to it. And if you don't want to listen to it, I can respect that too, because it's your life, it's your face, and if somebody came at me and told me how to do my makeup, I would tell them to go fuck themselves too. So let's have that double-ended respect, where I respect that you are free to do whatever the hell you want to do with your face, and where you respect that I am free to have whatever opinion I want to have and that it's not reflecting on you as a person. Yeah? Great. So, editing Mia here, I just realized as I was putting together the footage and adding the photos and everything else that a lot of the trends that I am complaining about, you know, the thought crossed my mind that, oh my god, Mia, it's like you're stuck in 2014 and you're talking about 2014 trends, which, you know, kind of shows that these fucking trends have been here to stay and maybe there's no chance of them to grow old and die in 2018. Basically, what I want to say is that, you know, you may think that these trends are dead, but I see them so goddamn much, at least in my neck of the woods, at least in my country, and I'm fucking sick of them, and I'm sick of seeing them since 2014, and it's kind of sad that the same thing that I'm complaining about in this video, I could have complained about years ago. Fuck my life. The first trend that I want to die in 2018 is InstaGlam as the pinnacle of skill. And I don't refer to it as I just want InstaGlam to die, because if you enjoy doing InstaGlam, who the fuck am I to stop you? I just want it to not be what people consider the apex, the pinnacle of skill, arbitrary metric that everybody used to judge everybody else's makeup skills. Don't get me wrong, InstaGlam makeup takes a lot of skill, and attention to detail and blending, you are basically painting another Mona Lisa on your face. Which, dude, you need skill to do that. However, I wanted to be a bit more removed from the mainstream so people stop thinking that is the standard after which we should all abide. To make myself even more clear, because I feel that I wasn't specific enough, I want people to be able to do their makeup however they want to do it without being judged by just the ideals of beauty imposed by InstaGlam. So whenever I see someone that does a beautiful eye look, but then their brows aren't on fleek, I don't want people to go like, oh, you need to carve out your brows and put some concealer on them and put some ABH, whatever on it. I want people to acknowledge that that person may stylistically choose to do their brows a different way. Like, I've seen comments on pictures by alt fashion people. So people that specifically chose to take out the brows and pencil them in because that's their aesthetic, and have people comment on their brows because they're not thick enough or not on fleek enough. And I'm like, how about, my cats are crazy today. I don't know what's wrong with them. But to continue, how about you mind your own goddamn business, acknowledge that their brows or their face makeup or whatever else is a stylistic choice, and stop imposing InstaGlam ideals on people that may not want to follow them. I want InstaGlam to prosper and thrive where it's welcome, but I want it to stop being the standard after which everybody judges makeup looks. Because you know what? Big makeup artists do not do InstaGlam. Pat McGrath does not do InstaGlam. Kevin O'Swan does not do InstaGlam. Other big makeup artists whose name escapes me at the moment do not do InstaGlam. Does that make them less skilled? No. Speaking of brows, the next two trends that I want to dye are related to brows. And the first one is concealer brows. And I don't mean just, you know, carving out your brows with concealer. No, I mean actually when you use so much concealer that you end up having like a Ninja Turtle mask of concealer, and you can see it, and you look like you have like a tiny bridge between the worlds over here. Like, I get the advantages of carving out a brow. I find carved out brows beautiful when they're executed well. But for the love of God, lay off the concealer. You don't need to have a mask of concealer or blend it. Just do something so it doesn't look like you're one of the Ninja Turtles. The next brow trend that I want to talk about is faded brows. Now, if it's a stylistic choice that you love, as I said, I can go fuck myself. But I personally find that they are way too much for real life, and unless you've got the features for them, they kind of make people look like Sid from Ice Age, because lightness over here and in the interior of the eyes, so a highlight so to say, makes the eyes more spaced out optically. Inversely, if you put dark eyeshadow in the corners of your eyes or darkness in your brows, it will make your features look more close together optically. It's all about optical illusions and how they play off your proportions. So some people can pull off faded brows because their features are placed in such a way that when there's that lightness that optically enlarges the space between their brows and their eyes, then it doesn't look disproportionate. But that doesn't mean that everybody can pull them off. I'm sorry. The fourth trend that I want to dye in 2018 is excessive coverage. But I don't mean I want excessive coverage to die off. I just want the idea of 24/7, no matter the time, no matter where you're going, no matter the occasion, full coverage to die a painful, fiery death. Don't get me wrong, if that's what you enjoy doing, you do you, boo. If you feel the need to put full coverage on because you don't like the way your skin looks, this point isn't for you. Because I can completely understand why somebody would like to put full coverage on because they don't like how their skin looks for some reason. What I'm talking about here is the people that use full coverage just because YouTube does it or Instagram does it, when literally their skin doesn't need it. Or when spot concealing will just do the trick. And the issue is that you end up not being used to how you actually look, so it actually lowers your self-esteem because you're so used to this mask of perfection on your face that when you actually have to face your real self in the mirror, you're like, yikes. I just want full coverage to die so I don't have to listen to things such as, oh, I'm going to the store next door, I need to put some foundation on, when their face is perfectly fine and they have maybe like one zit. I know we are our harshest critics, but our standards of ourselves are also imposed by the media we consume. And if the media we consume only has this flawless, airbrushed, full coverage finish that may or may not have been face-tuned, then our metric of what is normal looking skin and what is normal looking face pigmentation or imperfections in general, that gets measured up to a standard that even in real life isn't as perfect. For example, I really like Samantha Ravan's approach with her foundation routine. Like when she's got acne, she covers up a bit more, but she doesn't put so much on that you can no longer tell it's skin. And when her skin clears out, she uses less coverage. So she adapts to the needs that she thinks her face has, instead of going full coverage all of the time just because she can't stand how her face looks regardless. And I know I'm sounding overly preachy maybe, and as I said, don't let me stop you how to live your life. If you do truly enjoy it, you do you, you're not buying makeup on my dime, you know. But I really want you to consider, why is it that no matter where you go or what you do, you need to put on full coverage? Like, if it's for the true reason that you love how it looks, that you love the artistry of building your look and your face from the ground up, I respect that totally. But if your reason is because I don't like how my face looks, I really want you to think if you don't like how your face looks for legitimate reasons, or if you don't like how your face looks because it's not as perfect as what you see online. The fifth trend that I want to see die in 2018 is excessively overlined lips. I'm not talking about just lining them a bit to make them look bigger or to have a different look or to make yourself a different lip shape. No, I'm talking about such excessive overlining that you can tell they're overlined, and not only you can tell that that person went overboard. And like, there's a difference between wanting to make your lips look bigger and ending up looking like the Joker. The sixth trend that I want to see die in 2018 is falsies with everything everywhere. I am sick of beauty gurus hiding their makeup look behind falsies. Because you can put out the most unblended shit on your lids and you put falsies on and you instantly look like the master of glam. And I think that is quite deceitful. Now, I understand why people love the false lash look. I personally love it. But I would like a bit more representation of how makeup looks without falsies. Also because for the everyday person, it's not practical to put falsies on every fucking time. So maybe, you know, wear falsies whenever you feel that you want to wear falsies, but maybe do some tutorials without them so we can actually see your skill and not the curtain of fake fur you put over your eyes, because that would be really nice. The seventh and final trend that I want to see die in 2018, and the one I'm most salty about, is people using deaths of celebrities or social events or social issues as a way to get more clout and views for their makeup looks. Like, for example, when Alan Rickman died, you would see on Instagram 1,000 Snape inspired or Harry Potter inspired looks from people that until then just did not give one single fuck. But they knew that if they capitalized on what was viral and what was talked about and trending at the time, they would get more views. Same with the David Bowie dying, with Chester from Linkin Park dying. People goddamn love to use the death of someone as a stepping stone to get more likes or views. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, until then, you didn't do one single tribute to anything, and suddenly David Bowie dies and you realize how much of an influence he's had on your life and on your makeup style, which is all neutrals, falsies, glam, and you suddenly do the lightning bolt thing. Why then? Why just when he died? Like, this is what gets me. This is what gets me. You would see people that never did anything inspired by popular culture or by, I don't know, by the topic that they are talking about at the time, but because it's popular, they're gonna use it to get clout and get more views. Give me a fucking break. And none of them actually use that exposure to do good. Like, I didn't see one person put maybe a link to a charity or a link to, I don't know, funeral expenses, or a link to find out more about some blah blah blah's life. Go click here and educate yourself. Like, I never saw anyone use that exposure gained through, again, using someone's death as a stepping stone to actually educate people on that subject, or do some good in their community, or do some good related to the thing that they're basically using. Like, take a fucking break from being huge clout chasers, just for one goddamn second, and stop using people's death and the Black Lives Matter movement and all other types of movements for your gain and to get views when you honestly could not give a fuck. Okay, yeah, the SJW really jumped out at you at the last point. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not, but I sort of am, but I sort of not. Whatever. Okay, that was it. Please let me know what are the trends that you want to see die in 2018 makeup wise, and if you like these trends, go tell me to fuck myself in the comments, and I will probably apologize and tell you that you are beautiful no matter what you choose to do, and that I'm just bitchy like this. I just can't help it. I am who I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you the next time. Bye.